September, a very important month for beneficiaries of Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, and SSI. Let's get into it and discuss why September is such an important month for all of these tens of millions of beneficiaries. Welcome and thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I am your one and only daily advocate, and this channel is your one-stop shop for everything you need to know with everything going on right now. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe right down below the video, and I'll be back for you each and every day, as I am very much committed and dedicated to everybody right here on the channel, and I want to help out in any way that I possibly can. Feel free to share this video with your friends, family, social media, ask them to come over, check out some videos, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Thank you once again. I truly appreciate it. Let's get into it and discuss why September is such an influential and impactful month for all of these tens of millions of beneficiaries receiving Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, and SSI benefits. Well, now that we are rapidly approaching the middle of the month, side note, where has this month gone already, right? We're almost halfway through the month already. Wow, it is going very, very fast. But as we approach the middle of the month, we are also approaching the release of some very important information that is going to directly impact these tens of millions of beneficiaries that I've been mentioning throughout this video. And that is going to be on September 14th, and it is going to be the release of the CPI number, otherwise known as the inflation data. Now, you might be wondering, how is this going to directly impact all of these beneficiaries? Well, it actually impacts in a number of ways. First off, we're going to get a reading from the release of this inflation data to see what the actual inflation was running at, like what rate or what percentage was inflation running at in the month of August. Now, here's what happens. This number that's going to be released on September 14th is actually going to be for August, okay? So it's running like a month behind. That's typically how it does it, because they need to come in, grab all the numbers, and run the calculations and get everything put together, and then they release it the middle of the following month, and that happens to be September 14th. So it's going to give us a read on inflation for the month of August. Once again, as all of us know, inflation especially hits fixed income beneficiaries the hardest during this time right now, because once again, prices continue to rise out in the real world on goods and services, the things that we are buying each and every week that we need for the necessities of life. Meanwhile, your income, as in your benefits, are staying the exact same. Yeah, it's an equation that is unfortunately just not working for a lot of people right now. However, this number is also going to be incredibly important simply because it is piece number 2 of the magical puzzle that we are putting together to determine what the cost of living adjustment or COLA raise is going to be in 2022 for these tens of millions of beneficiaries. Now, here's the thing. We have July. We have the CPI and the inflation data from the month of July. We're going to be getting, very shortly here, the release for the month of August. And in mid-October, on exactly October 13th, we'll be getting the release of the September inflation data. Now, of course, we don't know that yet because we're still, about halfway through the month of September, and it has not been procured quite yet. However, we will get all that information for September in mid-October. Once we have all those pieces, we have July that was released in August, we have August that'll be released here very, very soon on September 14th, and then we will also have September's number released on October 13th. Once we get these 3 data points, we can put all these numbers into the hopper, spin it around, and we can get this calculation as far as what we're going to see the cost of living adjustment be in 2022 for these tens of millions of beneficiaries. Now, here's the thing. Across all of these benefits, Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, and survivors benefits, as well as SSI, we're looking at nearly 80 million beneficiaries. That's a lot of people. It's a huge percentage of our population in this country. Well, as a result of whatever this turns out to be, as in the inflation as far as these 3 months, because that's how Social Security calculates it, then we will get the official announcement out of Social Security shortly thereafter, sometime sometime in October that'll let us know what the raise is actually going to be in regards to the cost of living adjustment. Now, we've seen numbers and estimations all across the board. Throughout this year, it continues to tick higher, it seems like, on a monthly basis, as far as estimations as to what the cost of living adjustment could actually be in 2022. Now, we've seen estimates anywhere across the board from 4.7%, 5.1%, 6.1%, 6.2%. I've even seen some estimates at 7.2%. We've talked about that before. Yeah, it is all across the board, but ultimately it continues to rise what seems to be like a month-over-month basis. So in a matter of just a short time from now, we should be getting the next estimate as far as what the cost of living adjustment could be in 2022, right? But again, we'll have that official number here in about a little over a month from now. We'll get that official number out of the Social Security Administration. Now, here's the thing about it. It is not official until we get the actual official announcement out of Social Security. Once we get it from them, then it's written in stone, and then we can figure out what the actual benefit will be. And many of you know who receive these benefits, you typically get your annual letter from the Social Security Administration, usually sometime in early December, where they lay out right there on your letter basically what your new benefit will be in 2022 or the following year. And then, of course, the dreaded premiums as far as Medicare and all of that they extract from your benefit before you get it. Yeah, we don't like talking about that, but ultimately, that is one of those things that is on that letter. But either way, very soon here, we will be getting this very important number. And ultimately, from there on, we can start calculating, once again, some estimates as far as what your new benefits could look like going forward in 2022. So, yeah, now again, I've said this many, many times now when I talk about the cost of living adjustment. Inevitably, every time I always get the comments down below, and I totally get it. The cost of living adjustment is like one of those things. It's like, it's really good, but yet it's also kind of bad, right? It's you get the raise on your benefits, but then it's followed up shortly thereafter by them, of course, reducing other benefits, maybe like your SNAP benefits, raising Medicare Part B premiums, possibly taking away other benefits that you receive, maybe like housing assistance, utility assistance, other things like this. I get it. It's a really unfortunate situation. To me, in my opinion, I feel like it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. If you're living on Social Security, of any of the benefits, retirement, disability, survivors, SSI, anything like this, and you get a small raise on your benefits, I mean, all of us know what it's like, right? You get the tiny raise, it's $11, and then they come in and they jack up Medicare Part B premiums by $10, and then they reduce housing assistance by, somewhat or whatever. They jack up your rent, they lower your utility assistance, and it's like net, at the end of the day, you're actually negative what you were over the previous year. Again, it just seems so weird to me that this would even be allowed, especially for people living on a small fixed income month over month. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you probably are thinking the same thing. The dreaded cost of living adjustment. A lot of times it's good because you're getting more money, but at the end of the day, a lot of times the expenses also increase, therefore resulting in a lot of times a net loss for a lot of people, which is not a cool thing. But either way, this year, or going into 2022, looks like it should be a pretty healthy cost of living adjustment. Hopefully this time it'll offset some of those other expenses a little bit, therefore allowing you to actually get a higher benefit at the end of the day that you can actually take home, right? That would be pretty nice too. And then remember, also in just a matter of a couple weeks from now, you'll be getting that higher SNAP benefit as well as with that raise that the administration announced just a few weeks ago, right? So that'll be going into effect here in just a couple weeks as well. So either way, I want to lay it out, let you know what is going down here in just a matter of a short time from now. September 14th, we'll be getting that new information as far as the new inflation data for the month of August. So I'll be back for you. I'll let you know what that number is. I'll let you know everything going on. So thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. Subscribe down below, and of course, share this video with your friends, family, social media. Ask them to come over, check out some videos, and of course, tell them to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And please remember, I'm here to help out in any way that I can each and every day. Enjoy, and I'll catch you again.